What's going on, guys? Still here. Today we're checking out an indie game on Steam that is still in early access as far as I'm aware, called Flogger. It's heavily inspired by the Flash game Dogfights and Dogfights 2. As you can see, the control scheme is similar. Basically, all you get is spacebar for fire, up and down keys, your arrow keys, or actually you can use left and right. Depends on what you prefer. I prefer left and right. And it's pretty much just a silhouetted version of Dogfights 2. Now, of course, both Dogfights games took place in like a World War I scenario. But this, as you can see, I'm skipping through the levels here, has a lot of World War II vehicles in it. You have, like, I think it's a Mustang or a Spitfire, Typhoon, as you can see right there, the Peshka, and like an I-16 and stuff. You get to play as 4 different aircraft as you progress through the missions. At some point you get to upgrade to the next aircraft. I had to turn it down here in post because the game is ridiculously loud. It doesn't have a volume change, it just has mute. As you can see, it's got even, some night missions which are cool, where you have to follow the cockpit lights of the enemy aircraft to shoot them down. Some missions you get a wingman, most of the missions you don't. It's basically a hardcore style game is what it's sold as. I very much enjoy it. It brings me back to when I used to play the Dogfights games, pretty much any 2D flying game, the multitudes of Flash game websites there were, but now the Flash games are pretty much dead, and the passion project to try and save them is honestly not going to deliver on what everyone would want it to be. A lot of indie games are basically going to be like this, where they're going to be new takes on old Flash games. The developer himself in the email did say that it was heavily inspired by Dogfights, and he loved that game too. So there's a lot of levels. I think there's 40 or 50 in total. I think I've completed 30 something of them. Some of them are really hard. Some of them are pretty easy. There's definitely a difficulty curve after one of the boss levels, which is a Zeppelin with a lot of fighters on it. As you can see, there's some B-17s. There's also like B-29s and stuff, but yeah, just a lot of goofy, cartoony silhouette takes on World War II aircraft. And yeah, the death noise is kind of ear-piercing at the moment, because like I said, the volume is just awful. So I actually had to do this post commentary because Shadowplay defaulted my microphone and like turned it off. Like, there's a setting on the Shadowplay overlay that makes the mic turn off. It's so stupid. But yeah, so I actually recorded this twice before I realized what my issue was. So, and of course, you have your own health bar and stuff, but it's just a lot of good fun. There's really not much more I can say on it. My only criticism is a lack of volume control. That really is just about it. Other than that, I think it's a pretty simple game. It's pretty straightforward. I will link the Steam page, and you guys can just, I don't know, put it on your wish list and see when it comes out, because I think it's supposed to be spring. Oh, I've only completed 21 levels as of this recording, but I played it a bunch more after. So this is the final level I got stuck on. Like, you can see, like, this is pretty difficult if you if you're not good at these games, if you never played these 2D kind of Flash games, this is definitely going to be pretty hardcore for you. It's pretty medium difficulty, I'd say, for me, but there are some missions that I struggle with, and I mean, it's called a hardcore 2D flying game, so expect a challenge. Now, I don't know whether this game is going to be a paid-for game or not, maybe for like a couple of bucks, or if it's going to be straight up free. I don't know, but I'd say it's got a lot of missions, content-wise, to justify it being like a $5 game. Considering, I mean, it is an indie game, it's very basic, but there's a decent bit of replayability in it. There's a lot of challenging missions. Like I said, I think there's 40 or 50. I think I'm up to 38 now or something. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for Flying Flogger. I don't know. I saw that this game was very similar to some stuff from my childhood, and I thought it'd be cool to check it out. So, yeah. Anyways, Steam store page link, if it does work properly, should be in the description of the video. If not, search it up on Steam. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it from me. I'm Steel Wolf, and I'll see you guys next time.